Hello. Hello, Internet world. It's Monday night, and just wanted to come play a little bit of music and see if anybody's out here on the internet that has any interest in listening to some of it. And if not, I'm just get some practice in. So, I should have cut these things. I put some brand new strings on for you guys, and I forgot to cut these before I clicked live, but that's okay. So, since DW asked, I switched. DW, if you see this, changed the laptop is not here anymore. I've got it over there, but eventually I think I want to try to get it right around here or somewhere that's actually on the table. I've got a separate stand for it right now. But instead I put the mixer here, so you get a little more of a view of the guitar. There's less of an obstacle that's just kind of blocking here. So I think this probably works, and it's kind of nice to have the mixer right here. So I've got all the mixing, whether it's on the Boss 505, which is right here, being blocked by this. What's up, Holly? How's it going? Yes, all the mixing can be done right here. So one cool thing I'll demo right now is, well, new strings. They got to tune a little bit. That one went out of tune. There it is. So what's nice here is now right at my fingertip, it's very easy to take, as I've said before in another stream, I've got two pickups in this guitar. So we've got kind of a more electric style pickup and then a acoustic pickup. So I just took out the acoustic pickup completely, so now you've just got... I've got a few songs that are good for that. So you can hear that, and if we take that out, now you can't hear it at all, but we can turn the acoustic up. So this is how the acoustic sounds. So you notice that sounds, it's a higher quality pickup, but it sounds a lot better, right? And then when we blend them together, all right, so let's see. It's pretty cool when they get blended together like that. And then the thing that makes that really cool, as I've said before, is if we take the acoustic completely out. This would be nice it's nice to have this right here so I can do that on the fly really quick. We don't really want the acoustic blended too much with these tones. For that, we kind of just want the electric pickup. So if we blend the acoustic on that, this is how it sounds. So you can kind of hear it. You can kind of hear it there, the acoustic coming through. I'll turn it up a little more. It just sounds a little funny to me with the with that acoustic coming through on the heavy electric. It just sounds a little funny. All right, Holly. So let's do this. I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna warm up with one. I'm gonna warm up with my trio of songs that I do at almost every gig. And for the people that come to the full band, bar shows, there's a few people that are more closely connected to the band, and they've seen and heard these songs a lot. But they're good songs, and they're good openers. They're good to loosen up with. So let's try that here. Let me tune real quick. Sorry, those new strings. It's the B string keeps going out. All right, let's give it a try. Sometimes you're crazy and you wonder why. You're such a baby, dolphins make me cry. Well, there's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. I've been looking for a girl like that. You look at me, got nothing left to say. I'll only pout at you till I get my way. You won't dance, you won't say, just wanna love you, but you wanna wear my ring. Well, there's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. You can call me your fool. I only wanna be with you. on a little Dylan, sitting on a fence. I say that line is great. He asked me what I meant by it. Said I shot a man named Gray, took his wife to Italy. She inherited $1 million, and when she died it came to me. Can't help it if I'm lucky. I only wanna be with you. Ain't Bobby so cool? I only wanna be with you. I'm tangled up in blue. I only wanna be with you. Sometimes I wonder if it'll ever end. You get so mad at me when I go out with my friends. Sometimes you're crazy and you wonder why. I'm such a baby, dolphins make me cry. Well, there's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. I'm tangled up in blue. I only wanna be with you. Call me your fool. I only wanna be with you. 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 We've got jingle bells. Kind of. I only want to be with you. So the other one that I always follow, and I usually blend these all together when I'm playing live, is Lovely Day. So that's a feel good one. So let's try it. wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Something without warning, love, weighs heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world is alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. When the day lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world is alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. It's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. And the Jingle Bells. Guitar keeps going a little out of tune. Hope you enjoyed that one, Holly. Yeah, it's nice when it when you really connect to the song, or you get it. Thanks, Holly. There we go. I kind of wanted to. Let me get this thing out here. All right, let's see here. Let's take these down here and let's set this down. Alright, that's not in E though, that's the problem. Let's hear. All right, I got one here for you. This one, this is the song. He said it needs some cheering up. This is, if this song can't cheer you up, then it's hopeless. This is like literally what what the song is about, or rather, if this song doesn't cheer you up, then the song sucks. Something like that. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna set the key right, so we're gonna go to G, the key of G. G is a good key. So we got, and I don't know if I want to do a trombone on this. Holly, what do you want to hear? Trombone, flute, or violin, or saxophone? Pull the flute out. Here we go. I guess we're gonna skip that part. Look at the flute. Song I wrote When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Got no place to put your head. Don't worry, be happy. The landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no gas, ain't got no style, ain't got no guy to make you smile. Don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no guy to make you smile. Don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. In the ballpark. Hey, that was actually, we're getting there. We're getting there. Getting there. What do you think, Ollie? It ain't perfect, but it's not bad. This little device. Check this. I think I've got this set for this. Let's do. No, I gotta configure this. So we go MIDI. get the growl. And we're gonna tell it to learn. All right. So you can hear that growl. Mother, Mother Ocean, after all these years I found my occupational hazard. My occupation's just not around. Feel like I'm gonna head uptown. Yeah, don't worry. There's always the three little birds. You know it's another one about not worrying. I always get confused with like three little birds sat on my window, but it's actually a Bob Marley song. Try. Actually, okay, I'm gonna throw this out here. I'm not gonna get into it, but I was trying to learn this song a little while ago. This song is deceptively difficult. Like when you hear it, you don't think it's gonna be as difficult as it is, and then it's just filled with crazy chords. So it's like I paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime and bad mistakes. This is not even right. What? See, was I in the? Yeah, I was in the wrong place. I paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime and bad mistakes. I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I come through. Wait, but I come through. Goes on and on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Not quite that. Hey, that's funny. Okay. Till the end. I'm gonna go to F sharp, D diminished. I don't know, something. It's crazy. All these chords in this song are crazy. You think like "We Are the Champions" is just a simple song, you know? We are the champions. Like I always just thought that's, you know, back when you hear different songs, some songs just have the guise, I guess is a way to say it, of being so simple, and then they're the most complex ones. Remember Nathan Douglas, if you listen to this song, if you listen to this stream, Nathan, we recorded a song. So as some folks may know, I recorded like probably hundreds. I don't know, maybe over 100, I think. if not over 100, pretty dang close to over 100 songs with Nathan. Songs that he wrote, and this one song, most of them were pretty straightforward, and sometimes we get through a song and recording it and everything in an hour. Usually it's like 1 to 3 or something. But there's one song that was a Christmas song, a Christmas song he wrote, and it was the most frustrating recording experience. It was so difficult, and it was so silly why it was difficult, but it was just nothing ever stayed the same. You know, it was just constantly changing. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, for if there's some musicians out there who've learned a bunch of songs, you know, there are some songs that are just really, really hard to learn in silly ways. You know, one of the things that makes songs easy to learn is if there's a lot of repetition. You know, even if the chord progression is a little bit complex or there's some difficult chords to hit in there, as long as there's repetition, then it makes it a lot easier to, you know, just get it up in here. But some songs have slight variations all throughout it, and so nothing ever stays the same. And then it just makes it's that much more you have to keep even in the head. So like doubles or triples the amount that you have to keep in the head. All right, that was boring. So let's do this other song here. If my phone will respond. So let's try this one. Winding your way down on Baker Street, light in your head and dead on your feet. Well, another crazy day. You drink the night away and forget about everything. So I was trying to try this song and call it a night. This one's Baker Street, and gotta get this back. All right, so this is an A. I'll set this up. This song is one of the main reasons I got this thing. So but I also have to configure this real quick. So we're gonna set track 4 to a single track, and then we're looking for Winding Your Way Down on Baker Street. All right, let's try it. practice it more. It's tough. It's tough to. It's tough to. I can do it just acoustic. It's tough to get the loops down. What I'm trying to do is, without making you wait, and I'm doing that now, is keep a progression going. You know, where I can get the bass down, I can get the guitar down, and the percussion loop that's going on, without you ever getting the sense that, you know, I'm laying all this stuff down, where it just kind of moves. And so what you have to do is get little iterations. So like on the... But don't you know he'll always keep moving? Don't you know he'll never stop moving? 'Cause he's a rolling, he's the rolling stone. When you wake up, it's a new morning. The sun is shining, it's a new morning. You're going It's a pretty song, but unfortunately it's impossible to play on this harmonica. You have to use, well, I shouldn't say that. It's not impossible. It's impossible to play on the harmonica and play the guitar at the same time, because you have to use a little button here. Something along those lines. It's tricky. You get a half step using this little button. But it's easier just to get the motion of through the harmonica, the velocity. I'll just move through this song though, acoustic. It's a nice song, and the lyrically it's a pretty song. So do. Winding your way down on Baker Street, a light in your head and dead on your feet. Another crazy day, you drink the night away and forget about everything. The city desert makes you feel so cold. It's got so many people, but it's got no soul. And it's taken you so long to find out that you were wrong, and you thought it held everything. You used to think that it was so easy. You used to say that it was so easy. But you're trying now. Another year and then you'll be happy. Just one more year and then you'll be happy. But you're crying now. Way down the street there's a light in his place. He opens the door, he's got that look on his face. He asks you where you've been. You tell him who you've seen, you talk about anything. He's got this dream about buying some land. He's gonna give up the booze and the one-night stands, and then he'll settle down in some quiet little town. Forget about everything. But you know he'll always keep moving. You know he's never gonna stop moving. He's rolling, he's the rolling stone. And when you wake up, it's a new morning. The sun is shining, it's a new morning. And you're going All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna leave you with one more. This is you may have heard me play this song before. It's a song I like a lot, and used to listen to this one actually. It's funny. It's funny. Like when you become a musician, I don't know if this. I'd be curious to find out how many other musicians feel this way. But when I used to listen to tons of music. And I was just having this conversation with somebody like a couple days ago. Yeah, I played not a couple days ago. It was last weekend. Played for a sort of beach party, and somebody was asking me, what's my favorite music? The best, my top artist, And I couldn't think of anything really off the top of my head, because the reality is my top artists are local people. My top artists are so many performances that I've just heard at open mics, and I just don't even think about it in terms of a particular artist exactly. I don't know. There's just so many people making music, and then sometimes you see certain performances of songs that just really connect with you, and I don't know. It's just different, because when I was coming up as a kid, I listened to I got super into music. I listened to Jack Johnson a little bit. It was mainly John Mayer, DC Talk, Nickel Creek, Maroon 5, and Muse were my main influences, along with, I would say, Chopin, because I learned some classical piano when I was younger, and definitely, to me, I should have said that. Chopin's my favorite, even to this day. When I think of my favorite music, I think it's Chopin. His piano pieces are something special, in my opinion. I just love them. In fact, I could go over there on the piano and play a little bit of one, but there's some really good players that play them on YouTube. You look up some of the popular Chopin pieces. There's some gorgeous ones. I've got the piano right over there. So, but yeah, so maybe some other musicians can relate to that as you get into music, you're around it so much that you stop listening to it. I just don't listen to that much music anymore. I mean, I'm always either I'm studying it, for events, or to learn more about what's out there, for what I should be covering, that kind of stuff. But it takes on a different kind of thing. I don't listen to music that much just for enjoyment. It's just the way it is. But I do listen. I have listened to tons and tons of local people, and I forget exactly where I'm going with that. But right. So this song was around that time when I kind of launched into becoming a musician, and I drove in my CRV across the country to LA. Lived in my car, in the trunk, and went to open mics and stuff in Long Beach. And as I was driving across the country in this particular car in the CRV, I only had one CD. I only had one music CD, and it was given to me by a family friend, and it had basically or maybe it had two CDs, I think. They're both given to me by a family friend. I just didn't have any CDs, and then I got these two. Maybe it was one, and it had Cat Stevens on it, and it had Josh White Jr., 2 songs from him. And that was it. And so for literally 2 or 3 years, I think it was about that long, that's all I listened to. Every time I was driving, that was the CD that I had. That was the CD in the car, and it was just the soundtrack of those 2 years. And it just was a really good fit for me in that time. I mean, I don't need to go into the drama of it or whatever, but I felt really alone when I was driving in my car, and I didn't know what the future's going to look like, and anyway, really dug the Cat Stevens songs, and then this one, and so this one just took on a really special meaning for me. I guess it kind of accompanied me when I was alone, and this is the song. I wish for all of you, my friends, to know true peace of mind. And that all good things will come your way as you travel through your time. And through all of your discouragement, may the light of hope shine bright. And live your lives with no regrets, as though this were the last night. Surely there will be times of doubt when you cannot face the day, and darkness will surround your heart, and you'll think you've lost your way. Don't believe it for a minute, no, for the truth inside is clear. What's past can never be regained, but tomorrow is always near. Surely there are those who selfishly would live their lives without concern, and through bitter eyes they see this world with a fire that always burns. Never follow down the road they choose that love cannot afford. For those who do will always find in the end their just reward. So my friends, if you choose to reach, to give love, the lesson is to learn to love without so much a thought. What is given in return? And if you will live your lives that way, I promise you it's true that no greater love will ever find its way back to you. Something like that. All right, last story I'll tell on this song. Or last story I'll tell, and then I'm gonna sign off. That song, as you might imagine from the lyrics, it's I can't think of a better song. I mean, I think actually there was one I was playing in the stream a couple days ago that's kind of in the same ballpark. People steal, they cheat and lie for wealth and what it can buy. Don't they know on Judgment Day gold and silver gonna melt away? I'd rather be in a deep dark grave and know my poor soul was saved than to live in this world in a house of gold. good is gold and silver too? When your heart, what good is gold and silver too? When your heart is not good and true, sinner, hear me when I say, fall down on your knees and pray. Sinner, hear me when I say, fall down on your knees and pray. Yeah, let's get in there. So those two, that one's a newer one to me as of like a few years ago. But you can see. So for me, that No Greater Love is the first one by Josh White Jr. And to me, that's the best song I can think of. Just because the words they sum it all up. They perfectly sum up life, in my opinion. It's like it's about as good as a message gets. There are those who selfishly would live their lives without concern, and through bitter eyes they see this world with a fire that always burns. Never follow down the road they choose. For those that do, something along the lines of, for those that do, in the end will find their just reward. That's something I feel like a lot of people get caught up in thinking, like in a quest for justice. And I remember reading about a woman, I believe in India or Thailand, I don't know, wherever there's a bunch of cows. There was a woman that made it into the newspaper because she had nursed her kid through a bunch of sickness. And all through childhood, it was a big struggle for years and years and years. And they made it through, and the child got married. He had children. And then one day, in his 30s, a cow somehow got on the roof. I don't know how that happened, but a cow fell through the roof in the middle of the night, right directly onto him in his bed, and killed him. And so her thought was, there's no justice in the world. That was what she had to say to the paper, to the news. And it's kind of hard to argue that, when you hear that. It's like really completely random things happen, and good people get hurt, and justice isn't exactly served, at least in the way we think of it, as we might think that it should be on earth. But I think the message of No Greater Love really captures how actually it is. In the end, everyone gets their just reward for who they are and how they lived in the world, because you can't escape your own self, and you have to live with yourself. So whatever you do, that's what you live with. And whether you want to try to pretend, you want to make up stuff, think differently, you could try to trick yourself, I guess, but I don't think it works. You always know, and so your internal state is created by your own decisions. Your internal state is created by your choices, by how you conduct yourself in this world, and the only way that you change your internal state is by conducting yourself differently. And so I just think, justice, it is served no matter what. It cannot be escaped. And I think that is, like, if you want to say that that's God's justice, people get into what God they believe in, or if God exists and all that kind of thing. But I just think, yes, God exists. It's just impossible to really conceptualize God. That's kind of the whole point. So I just think for anybody, and I think when you think of life in that way, and like I said, there's so many good words in that song, No Greater Love. When you think of life that way, you don't have to get so hung up when things don't go the way that you think that they should, because it just fundamentally doesn't matter. You can't control. There's so many factors outside your control. You cannot control it all. It is a pointless venture to try to control things. You control the things that are within your control, and that is mostly just yourself and how you conduct yourself. So, that's pretty much it. You can't control anything else. I can't even control these guitar strings. They just break randomly sometimes. So yeah, I just think then it can relieve, looking at life that way can relieve a lot of stress, a lot of frustration, a lot of vengeance. If you ever feel yourself wanting to take revenge, you don't have to worry about that because it's built in. It's built in. People do it to themselves. You look at anybody that you look at, you say, oh, that's a corrupt person. And if you're right, they probably aren't very happy people. When you can see people that look like they've got it all, they've got all this power and can do whatever they want, but they've got grim looks. Maybe not all of them, but plenty of them have really grim looks, and it's like that doesn't look. If they're feeling amazing on the inside, they probably wouldn't look like that. So that's my belief about the world. I firmly believe that that's the truth about the world, and so I don't think you need to worry really about anything other than your decisions, which can be very difficult sometimes. Not saying at all that life is easy. It's on some way impossibly hard. But that also makes it interesting, I guess. All right, that's my message for tonight. So, Holly, thank you for hanging out. Give me somebody to play for, and in every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry, your face it frowns, and that brings everybody down. Don't worry. I gotta add a tune string on the bottom there. Be happy. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning into my stream. I will be back on again at some point. I am also making it a point to upload weekly videos every Sunday at 10 a.m. About a variety of different things. Kind of whatever seems to stick out to me as the most valuable thing I could create a video about. I try to do that every Sunday at 10 a.m. And that's it. Good night. I gotta clip all these strings.